Okay, I'm at the entrance to Dynamited Cave. This is a very long and difficult cave. So I'm going to do about the first 1%. It's going to take me 10 minutes each way, maybe 15 if I'm feeling a little slow. I told them to don't wait at least 2 hours before they call for help. But anyway, so let me turn up the brightness a little bit here. All right, there we go. So as you can see, it's a huge passage, a couple dozen feet wide, a few dozen feet tall, huge passage. Very nice cave. But that's because it's the easy part. So let me climb down this rock pile at the entrance, the only entrance. That's what makes it hard. It's like there's only one entrance. So if you want to go to the other end, well, it's a long walk both ways. Anyway. So, yes, I'm here by myself, but it's actually the first time I ever did this cave by myself. Usually I come with other people. Anyway, today I did the hard version. We climbed down a rope to a lower level. So, anyway, I decided, yeah, I can handle the entrance by myself. So, while they're resting, I'm in here burning some calories. Wow. All right. Floor is a bit slippery, not too bad. Just got to watch for trip hazards. What's really cool, look at this wall here. Oh, wow. I need to focus better. Hold on. So look at how rough this is. It's basically small cave formations, similar to cave popcorn. I'm not sure if this is called cave popcorn or something else, but there's some really good patches in here. Really nice. So most of this cave is pretty smooth, but got quite a bit of this stuff right here, this one location. I don't know what's so special about this one location. But anyway, so there's the way I came in. As you can see, it's a bit of a walk up, but not too bad. Bit of a crawl out, vertical crawl, a little bit fun, but not too bad. Like I said, it's only about a 10-minute walk to the first drop, so I'm just going to go to the drop and back, kill some time. But hopefully you can see this. I'm going to turn up my light all the way so you can see. Look at that. There's an upper level up there, but you'd have to climb up this rock wall. You can't even see from here, but the lower level is down that hall. So let me change my light back to 30% so I don't run out of battery life. See if I can find a way through here without tripping too badly. There's other people in the cave. There's a bunch of people in the cave ahead of me, but they've only been here 4 or 5 hours, so they're going to be a while. Anyway, yeah. They all seem pretty ambitious. I think a lot of them, well, they're doing different things. There's one group that's mapping out the cave. They call it a survey, cave survey. There's some people, they just want to go to a certain pretty location. I don't think anybody's going to try to get all the way to the end or anything like that. This cave is actually longer than Ape Cave. So, yeah. Just imagine if you went to Ape Cave at one end, had to walk all the way to the other end and back. And that's a super easy cave compared to this one. So let me turn around again so you can see how far I've come. There's the way out. Goodbye, Mr. Entrance. We'll miss you. Notice how the wall is covered with like dry cave slime. Not sure if it's still alive or hibernating or dead or what. But anyway, it's not too shiny because it's dry. When it's wet, sometimes it glistens really bright. There's a sign on the wall about don't kill bats. I only saw 2 bats in this cave. Don't seem to be a lot of bats in this cave, at least in the part where I can reach. So down there is the old gate. That is the way down to everything. Up here, if you wanted, you could try to climb up there. With all those loose rocks and stuff, I'm not going to do it by myself, and I couldn't find anybody to go with me. So hopefully I can find somebody to go with me sometime. But it'd be a bit of a climb right here. Basically, this rock is chest high, but if you miss, there's a nice drop down there. So definitely want to have multiple people so you can watch out for each other. Make sure nobody falls down. But so hopefully I can find a couple people who are feeling ambitious. Can help climb me, get me up there. But yeah, like right here, you can see it's like at least a dozen feet down. Better watch my camera, make sure I don't drop my camera. Alright. Well, I already got some good videos on this camera, so definitely want to be careful. So this is like the only tight spot right here, this part of the cave, the entrance. As you can see, there used to be like a steel gate here, and yeah, I bet that didn't last long. Alright. I think this cave has been closed to the public at least twice because of people getting themselves into trouble. Okay, I'm gonna stand up here. There's the way through. Kind of a ledge up there. Notice how the ceiling is like parallel layers. Kind of weird. But let me go up here so I can turn around, show you where I am. So look at that. Kind of a little ledge up there. There's the way I'm going down here. Under there is the way I came. Look at this. There's like an upper level almost, but it's sealed off with rock. Wow. Kind of cool, huh? Kind of scary. If you're claustrophobic, it's like, oh no, we're in a jail. Alright. Actually, this cave's not that claustrophobic. The parts I did, there's like no tight crawls or anything. Super easy. Same thing, there's like a little short upper level, too small for people. Kind of cool, huh? Yeah, I just went through the cave with somebody else. It's my first time caving with them, so I didn't shoot video, mostly. Got a couple short videos, but I wanted to focus on safety and all that. Worked out really well. We were in here for 4 hours, and we only had to do 1 vertical drop for that. Easy. Whoa. Interesting how the ceiling's hanging down here. Very uneven and interesting. Here's the way back out. Sometimes I like to turn around and look rather than, wait. Make sure I don't miss anything. Sometimes on the way out I'm impatient or in a hurry, so I miss that stuff. Better do as much as possible on the way in. Make sure you don't miss your chance. Especially if there's a cave with more than one entrance. You might end up going in one entrance, coming out a different entrance. Alright, here we go. Wow. Notice how the rocks on the floor are mostly just gray or red because of no cave slime. The walls and the ceiling are all silvery because of cave slime. That's common for a lot of caves, lava tubes. What's funny, limestone caves, they're so light colored that you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. All right. Check this out. Notice there's another upper level here. But again, I can't get up there. Let me show you something suspicious. Obviously, I'm going to stay down here, right? Notice there's an upper level big enough for people there. Notice on the left side, the wall is darker, where people have been climbing up there, rubbing the slime off. So this is another case. If you had a few people helping each other, you could probably climb the left side and explore up there. I'm pretty sure it doesn't go very far, though. So that's not high on my priority list. I want to look at a map and see about that other one. Some sand on the floor here. This cave has a lot of sand on the floor in the lower levels. Not so much in the upper level. Or well, this main level, you know what I mean? There's so many levels in this cave, I don't even know how many there are. Now that I've actually explored a little bit, I'll have to go back and look at a map and see, wow, I've done 10% already. Aren't I cool? It only took me 4 hours. Wow. Yeah. So there is a cliff coming up ahead, so especially by myself, I'm going to be super careful. I don't have vertical gear with me. I was using borrowed vertical gear, so I returned the vertical gear to its rightful owner. So now I'm just walking like a normal person. Notice up here near the top of this rock, a little bit of gold-colored bacteria in addition to the silver-colored bacteria. Kind of cool. Huh. Over here, notice on the wall, it's red too. I'm not sure why there isn't cave slime there. Does the cave slime not like the red type of rock? Or have people been touching it? I don't know. It's weird, this upper level here, it's got lots of cave slime. The lower level that I explored, there isn't much cave slime down there. Same cave, I couldn't tell you why. It's probably like 50 feet directly below me too. It's not like it's somewhere else. So, you notice here there's some good sand on the floor. Notice how there's holes. So remember, the sand would have been flat, but those water impact craters from water dripping from the ceiling in certain spots because of spikes on the ceiling, small stalactites. So that's sort of a sand formation. So if you see anything like that, please don't trample it. I'm going to try to go around here and then jump over the sand as best I can. There are some parts of the cave where there's so much sand, you have to walk on the sand to get through. So check this out. Natural bridge inside of a cave. This is common. So what this really is a split level. It's like an upper level and a lower level. So that's like a flow mark. That's permanent. All right, see if I can get my camera above there. As you can see, it's only a couple inches thick. It's solid rock. I would assume it would hold the weight of a person. Somebody must have checked that by now. It's a little bit too high for me to try to touch. I wouldn't want to anyway. Just my luck, it would break down on my head and squish me. I mean, that is solid rock. Think of how much that would weigh. So yeah, do me a favor. See that dark spot? I bet somebody jumped up and touched it. This isn't basketball. You don't have to touch the hoop. But anyway, notice how uneven the wall is here too. Like flow lines. The lava flowed through here at different levels. And over here on the right, the cave is peeling away. Okay, now you see that red thing on the floor to the left? That's not natural. That's somebody's rope. There's my first clue that we're almost at the cliff. Now this isn't permanent. Our group brought that in to set it up, and he's going to be taking it when he leaves. So he has actually a really cool rig here. So he didn't anchor it with bolts. So he wrapped this red rock, I forgot what that red thing is, strap around this rock here. And he's got another one wrapped around that rock there. So that means when you climb down, you get to stand up here while you hook up. And then you go straight down over here on the left, where it's not such a big drop. I'm not going to get close enough to prove it, but on the right here, it's like 50 feet down. To the left, it's only like 20 feet down. So it's a lot safer to stay to the left. They say in the old good old days, they just went right through the middle here, but that makes it actually a lot harder to climb up and down. So this is a really good high quality rig. I think there are at least a dozen people in there right now. I think there are at least 3 groups. So I'm going to pause the video, switch batteries on my camera, and then I'm going to go ahead and head back out.